Hello, everyone. Well, Rick, thank you for this. This is one
Thank you
of
too.
the first interviews or review videos that I'm doing online, actually. But again, thank you, Rick, for doing that. You guys already know that it's an interview because you read the title and you were smart enough to click on that title and watch the video. So today we're gonna talk to Rick, who was in China. What city was it, Rick?
Xi'an in the Shanxi province. It's
Perfect,
actually in
perfect.
sort of the middle.
Perfect. So we're gonna hear and listen to Rick talking about his experience with LTL learning Chinese in China. So let's go. Rick, how about let's have a quick introduction. Name, where you from? How long was your program? Let's quick introduction. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, I'm Rick. I'm Dutch. I'm from the Netherlands. 25 years old. And I followed the 2 weeks intense private lessons in Xi'an. Since I work with China, so I want to further develop my Chinese, and the best way to do that is to, of course, be in China. So therefore, I chose the private lessons
Right.
in combination with the homestay to even further boost my
Oh,
Chinese
nice.
skills.
Okay, so that's good that you brought that up. So people who don't know homestays is where you actually live with a local family. They have some cooked meals for you, they spend time with you, they take you out for some trips. And the whole point of that immersive experience is that you literally live the language. And that's a nice plug that I did for LTL, didn't I? That was quite smooth. But no, it's the whole point that when you get home after your classes, you'll actually talk in Chinese with the family. And in the books, you learn the formal or the structure of the language, but you only know it more when you use it. So, Rick, how was your experience like being in China, living with the local family? Have you done that before, or in general, how was it?
Well, I've been to China 4 times already. I've been to Beijing, Guangzhou, Hangzhou, um, Chengdu.
Hmm.
But Xi'an I've never been. And I'm amazed and surprised by the beautiness and the history that China brings in combination with also, of course, all the new technology and the new stuff that I was used to when I was in Shanghai. So actually, for me, it was the perfect match for new China together with Asian China, and that's exactly what Xi'an brings. Yeah, it was amazing. You could do all the things. I do have to say it was a bit hot. We had an average. It was like 35 degrees, so that was a bit hard for me.
It is a bit hard,
but,
yeah.
but yeah, but besides of that, it was definitely amazing.
Nice. And what do you think about Xi'an as a city?
I guess because actually I didn't know Xi'an before I went there. So I read some books and some stuff about the internet. And when you really dive into the history of China, Xi'an is actually plays a really big role. Um, and also my interest for history, that really ended up that I really love Xi'an at the moment. Actually, maybe it would be my number two city if I may say so. Um, it's just it brings all the fun and joy that you can also experience in Beijing or Shanghai. But let alone there's a lot of nature because it lies sort of near a mountain wall. Uh, yeah, so it was really sort of the best of both worlds for me. The only thing I missed was water. But yeah, then of course have to go to the coast instead of in the mainland China. So
Right.
yeah.
That's quite nice. That's quite nice. And then let's talk about LTL a little bit. So, how was your program? What do you think about your program? How much did you learn? Like, how would you review LTL experience and also learning Chinese with LTL experience?
Actually, before when I was in the Netherlands preparing for everything, I already got the access to the website of LTL with the student portal,
Right.
which would probably work lovely, but in Xi'an they didn't have a school yet, and so we had the private lessons at home. So my teacher just gave me everything one-on-one, which was really nice. And we also discussed because she asked me, well, do you want to learn characters? Do you want to focus on grammar? Or would you like to focus on speaking? Well, as I said before, I work in the food business, and I handle with Chinese customers or Chinese accounts. So what I mainly do is I type in Pinyin, so I read the characters and I speak like 80% of the time with them. So
Right.
therefore, I ask my teacher to focus on speaking Chinese. So with all the lessons, like the 4 hours a day, we actually focused 3 hours speaking, which was constantly speaking, trying to improve, adding new words, and then 1 hour of grammar, which I had to do, of course. I had to do a bit of homework, and then the next day we would review and go on if I had everything right. So, and I definitely learned a lot. This year, I had the first compliments of mainland Chinese people that told me like, wow, you do speak Chinese and you also know the different kind of accents. So that was actually a big surprise, but it also boosts and gives you energy, of course.
That's a good situation to be in. It also acts like a form of motivation, right? That
Yep.
you try something, you practice it, and when people like it, it just pushes you even more to do it. And what do you think
Yep.
about your Chinese classes, about the structure, your teacher? Like, was it everything good as you planned, or?
Yeah, everything was actually really good. It was flexible, because she actually did not have time in the morning classes. So she wanted to do evening classes, but I'm not like an evening guy. I'm more like a morning person.
Right.
So if we could change the lessons from 7 to 9, she asked, or 7 to 10, and I said, well, can we do from 8 to 12? And then she switched her whole schedule, and then every day I had the classes from 8 to 12. So that was really nice. Only thing I had to adjust really was having classes at home, so that you really stay at home. And I've had Chinese courses before, and then I always had to go to the school. And when you go out of home, go to a school, I'm more motivated to do something because you're in a place or an environment where everybody is learning or studying, instead of just being at home studying at the same table where you're also at your dinner. But
Right.
yeah, that's maybe personal, but
Yeah, I totally get that. No, we actually like pretty sure it's always on the way to establish all the big schools that we have in the cities. So it's always a work in progress. We just opened
yeah,
our school in Beihai, which apparently is one of the biggest LTL schools. So yeah, well, so many more cities, so many things more on the agenda. But it's
yeah.
actually sounds nice that you had a good time in Xi'an and had a good time studying Chinese. So if someone asks you about the whole experience, like how would you recommend it to a friend or family, or what would you say?
I would encourage everybody to go to China at first, and if I may choose a city, of course I would choose Xi'an, probably a second. If you're really into China, you have to go to Beijing. If you're really into the international stuff, just go to Shanghai. But if you really want to see and experience Asian China, you should definitely go to Xi'an. But I do have to say, um, there was also another girl. She came here for the first time in Xi'an, and with the homestay, you really have to find out everything on your own, or of course ask it like the homestay family. But I've been there already 4 times, so I helped her with everything, installing the Alipay apps, the Didis, all the Chinese apps and stuff. So I would recommend the homestay in Xi'an, particular if there's no school, which you can easily meet up with friends or make new friends.
Right.
I would recommend it not to do it at first, but probably a second when you already have some knowledge or experience with Chinese systems, public transports, and everything.
Got you, got you, got you. Thank you again for sharing the time. It's what 8 or 8:30 a.m. right now in
Yeah,
the Netherlands. So thank you for doing it in the
yeah,
morning.
you're welcome.
Guys, like it took a day or two to get adjusted because I was having sick days and then something's not working and then something's worked and then it's just days on and off. But I'm glad
Yeah,
finally we did this. It happened perfectly. Rick, that would be great if you share pictures or videos that you want all of us to see, and somehow I'll do my editing magic and then put it all in this. But yeah, I think we can wrap this one for now. It's actually, you won't believe this review or this interview is almost 11 minutes long. So really like.
Nice.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. All the needed links are in the description below. See you guys next time. Bye bye.